Her name is Tamara Sanford.
T started what she's doing to give kids an alternative to being on the street.
How awesome is she? Her spirit is infectious. I would hope to meet her someday.
You provide so many resources for kids, social services, as well as train them to be entrepreneurs.
Local entrepreneur who's just landed on the Forbes magazine.
California Women's Legislative Caucus's 2022 Woman of the Year, and that is her, Miss Tamara Sanford. You are so amazing.
You know, most people don't do what has been done through my life in a lifetime.
Sure, she's doing it for the world. She's doing it for us so that way we can carry on this legacy of hers, and she's doing it for our kids' kids. She's not only thinking about us, she's not only thinking about her, and she'll do whatever it takes to accomplish that.
I always determine that, you know, I can be that help for somebody. That's also a factor, and not what we do, but how we do what we do. So I have an understanding of the challenge that some people have to face. I stopped working in corporate America and started building what would lend to corporate America. I was able to continue building my programs by going into gyms or community centers just so I could keep teaching my classes. And then I found a studio space that was connected to a gymnastics space, Technique Gymnastics, in Rancho Cordova. And it was 2 rooms, perfect for someone who's starting over, and that's what I did. Shortly after that, we started losing our young people to suicide. I knew that, you know, we were dealing with a completely different level of hopelessness, and if I didn't do something different, I wouldn't be able to capture them, and started putting my program in the communities where we were losing these kids as after-school enrichment. Our first start within a small school, Leah Tata Floyd Elementary School, in a community called CV Circle, which is the housing project, or the Bricks, which is where nobody really wanted to show up and bring quality programming. It happened to be, you know, a community much like the one that I grew up in, so I was comfortably at home. Some of the outcomes that we started getting right away is the kids started showing up to school. They knew if they came to school, they could do Dance with Miss T. And so attendance went through the roof. Behavioral issues that were resident before became non-issues. They weren't as angry and fighting because they knew that, you know, they would have this fun thing to do together as a team, as after-school enrichment. So by way of building out the company, I knew then that I was onto something, and those sorts of partnerships were necessary, especially for kids that deal with trauma. And so I scaled the program, not as a brick and mortar dance studio, but as a mobile program that could be installed and scaled at any school district, any school site. And so we went from servicing 1 school site to serving 8 school sites, to serving 1 school district, to serving multiple school districts, to being in 1 school in a district, to being in every school in the district.
What about these people that are working with Justin Bieber and all that? That just sounds like outrageous to me. That's awesome. Outrageous, like in a great way.
Cheetah!
You're a woman, you're Black, and you're a CEO founder of a company, and you're in entrepreneurship, and you don't have a degree that says you can do business. You know, there's some level of having to prove that you can do what you do before people will support what you can do. It's so much more rewarding when people can see what looked impossible become possible, because then it changes the way they think about what, not just what I can do, but what the kids that we service do, because some of those kids are facing tremendous odds in life. It doesn't end with me. You know, I've built something that services people. It's organic to the communities that it's growing and evolving in. I tell my young people, my students all the time, I never was building this for me. I'm building it for them. I want my students to see that they're flying and living their dreams because T showed up. It was difficult, but I pulled my weight. Anything is possible. Sometimes it's the least likely of people. A shy girl who only knew how to talk when she danced, who can show up in life and build something so remarkable that it changes the trajectory of other people's lives. And as long as other people are winning, I will have done my job.